Dreams are not subject to gravity. There is no altimeter for imagination. Discoveries and breakthroughs are not bound by walls or ceilings. This is the philosophy of a university that calls itself Imagine U. At 4,300 feet above sea level, the University of Utah already sits on high ground. But as students, teachers, researchers, and supporters, we can take it even higher. For there is so much yet to be discovered, so many mountains of knowledge yet to ascend, so many diseases yet to be cured.
So let me fly, oh let me fly. If I don't try, I will never know. Let me fly, oh let me fly. See how far I can go.
And while our goals and ambitions are lofty, they are achievable when we do more than just stand upon the shoulders of greatness, but on the outstretched hands of collaboration as well. Because we are all in this together, and there is no going down. Our view is upward, and in our minds, we always imagine new heights.
So let me fly, oh let me fly. If I don't try, I will never know. Let me fly, let me fly. See how far I can go. Let me dream, oh let me dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise in honor of the faculty of the University of Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming the class of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the University of Utah Asia Campus Chief Administrative Officer and Dean of Faculty, Dr. Greg Hill.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 7th University of Utah Asia Campus Commencement Celebration. We also welcome guests from around the world who are live streaming this event on the University of Utah Asia Campus YouTube page. It's a pleasure to have you all with us. Welcome to you all. I would especially like to recognize a number of dignitaries with us today. I'll ask each to stand and remain standing as I read their name. Dr. Mitzi Montoya, Provost and Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs at the University of Utah. Dr. Randy McCrillis, Senior International Officer, University of Utah. Dr. Divya Chatran, Dr. Divya, Chair of the Department of City and Metropolitan Planning. Sorry, Dr. Divya. There you go. Celeste Malloy, member of the United States House of Representatives. June Oh, former Republic of Korea Ambassador to the United Nations, Mr. Oh. Ju Young Byun, Chief Executive Officer of the Incheon Global Campus, Mr. Byun, thank you. And Jay Lee, President of the University of Utah Korean Alumni Association. Thank you. Please be seated. We'd also like to welcome members of the University of Utah Asia Campus faculty and staff. And finally, last but not least, all of our Utah Asia Campus students here today. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Celeste Malloy. Celeste Malloy represents Utah's 2nd Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. Drawing on her experience in public lands, water policy, rural communities, and federal legislative work, Congresswoman Malloy brings an important perspective on issues shaping Utah and the nation. She also represents the close connection between the Asia campus and Salt Lake City campus, and we are pleased to welcome her and have her with us today. Please join me in welcoming Congresswoman Celeste Malloy.
I really appreciate taking a very few minutes at your graduation. I'm going to tell you 2 stories. Both of them are about me, but hopefully they'll help you learn something about yourself. So for the graduates, this is a really exciting day. You've worked hard, you're here, you're graduating. I've graduated from a university twice. The first time, when I graduated from my undergrad, I had a job, I had a plan, I had been an intern for 2 years at the same place I was working when I graduated. I was putting money into my retirement, and I thought I knew where the rest of my life was going. And I wasn't planning on going back to a university. 10 years later, I left that job, I went to law school, and when I graduated from law school, I had no job, I had no plan, I didn't know what I was going to do. The plans I thought I had fallen apart. And the reason I tell you both of these stories is because I'm sure some of you are sitting here today and you have a plan. You know exactly what you're going to do next. Some of you probably don't, and you're probably a little stressed out right now. And I would like to tell both categories that there are things waiting for you after university that are so much better than what you have planned. If you have a plan, be brave enough to change your plan and take opportunities when they come up. If you don't have a plan, be brave enough to just be vulnerable and go out and try things and see what life hands you, because I never planned on being in Congress. I never planned on being in politics. I dreamed small dreams when I was graduating because I thought that's what I was capable of. But if you're willing to just change directions and walk through doors as they open, you are going to do things after this that you haven't even dreamed of yet, and I'm excited to see where you go. So thank you for letting me be part of your important day, and good luck.
Thank you, Congresswoman. It's now my pleasure to introduce Jun Oh, who's been a great supporter of the University of Utah Asia campus. Jun Oh is a former Republic of Korea ambassador to the United Nations. Please join me on the stand, Mr. Oh. Please join me in welcoming him to the stand.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hill, Provost Montoya, distinguished faculty, honored guests, Congresswoman Molloy, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. It is a great honor for me to be here with you today. Let me begin by offering my warmest congratulations on your graduation. My hat is off to you, to your professors, to your families who have supported you, believed in you, and waited for this moment with you. A commencement is both a celebration of how far you have come and the beginning of a new chapter. So I imagine, alongside your joy and pride, there may also be a measure of uncertainty about the future. Graduates, to help you navigate that uncertainty, I invite you to a little bit reflect on the idea of the global common good. The common good is something that benefits all of us, but this raises further questions. Who do we mean by all of us? All Koreans? All Asians? All human beings, all Americans, or all living creatures, including the dogs and cats we love? And what if something benefits us, Koreans, but not others in the world, or the other way around? What if something benefits us today, but harms future generations? I encourage you to seek your own answers to these questions. We live in a deeply interconnected world. The early optimism of globalization has faded as new challenges have emerged. Whether we welcome it or not, we are all affected by global problems. No matter where we live, international conflict, inequality, sustainable development, climate change, and pandemics like COVID-19 are clear examples. No country is immune to these threats, which is why addressing them is a true global common good. Despite the urgency, progress remains slow and uncertain. Instead of cooperating, countries often confront or blame one another. This behavior reflects short-sighted and narrow-minded thinking. The long-term interests of humanity are easily ignored. We see growing resistance to globalization, sometimes called deglobalization. I do not agree with this term because I believe it is impossible to reverse the process of globalization. 70 years ago, my late father, who was also a Korean diplomat, needed 4 days to travel from Korea to his post in Los Angeles. Today, we can fly the same route in 11 hours. There is no going back to my father's era. Therefore, I encourage you to think deeply about the global common good and global governance. What benefits everyone, both now and in the future. The future of humanity depends on our ability to confront global challenges together. It is the responsibility of our generation to maximize the benefits of globalization while minimizing its risks. We must pass on to the next generation a world that is more peaceful and more sustainable. Dear graduates, in closing, I wish to highlight 3 qualities that I hope will guide you as future global leaders. First, an open mind. Embrace diversity and think as global citizens. Your time in Korea and Utah has trained you across languages, cultures, and communities, uniquely preparing you to connect different worlds. Second, a creative mind. Be willing to face challenges and turn crises into opportunities. You can become bridges between Korea and the United States, between technology and humanity, between personal success and shared responsibility. A bridge exists so that others may cross. I hope each of you will become such a bridge. Third, a warm heart. Hold compassion for all humanity, especially those who are vulnerable, such as refugees, migrant workers, and people with disabilities. True change begins with people who care for those around them. Success is not reaching the top alone, it is reaching back to bring others with you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my warmest congratulations on your graduation today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. O. We now have a special video message from President Taylor Randall. Please direct your attention to the screen for this congratulatory message from the President of the University of Utah.
Congratulations to the remarkable class of 2026 at the University of Utah Asia campus. Today, as you stand with the Block U behind you and a world of possibility ahead, you carry the strength and support of a global community that connects Utah to the world. In total, we are celebrating 135 students and a couple of important milestones for our Utah Asia campus. This year's graduating class includes our first honors undergraduate students and our first master's graduates in communication. I am so proud of how our Utah Asia campus continues to grow and evolve to serve the needs of our students. To our amazing students, each of you has demonstrated resilience and adaptability. You have navigated new cultures, new ideas, and new challenges, all while pursuing your education. Those experiences have prepared you and will serve you well as you step forward into a rapidly changing world. As graduates of the University of Utah, you are not only entering the future, but you are helping to shape it. Wherever your path leads, know that you will always have the U behind you. We cannot wait to see the future you will create. Congratulations, and go Utah.
All right. right, thank you, President. Now please join me in welcoming Mr. Ju Young Byun, the Chief Executive Officer from the Incheon Global Campus Foundation. While Mr. Byun is coming up here, I'll just say that I've been here for 6 years. I've now worked with 4 CEOs, and Mr. Byun is by far the most energetic and helpful that we've had so far. So please, give him a big hand.
Distinguished Provost Missy Montaya, Chief Administrative Officer Dr. Gregory Hill, and Congressman from Utah, Celeste Malloy, and former Ambassador Ozun, and respected guest, proud parent, and most importantly, dear graduate. Good afternoon. I'm Ju Young Byun, CEO of Incheon Global Campus Foundation. You may simply call me Michael as well. It is much easier to remember, right? It is a great honor and pleasure for me to join you today at the commencement ceremony of the University of Utah Asia campus. First of all, congratulations to all of you. Today is not simply the day you receive your diploma. It is the day you begin a new chapter of your life filled with new opportunities, challenges, and possibilities. Today, I would like to share a short story from my life. I grew in really poverty. My family of 6 members lived together in a very small room in old Songdo. And at that time, we did not even have a proper electricity or water service. I was so deeply in love with a woman that I got married during my 2nd year of college. And thankfully, after all these years, she still hasn't changed her mind. So I guess made at least one good decision early in life. Soon, we had a baby boy. We were really poor, and after graduation, I failed many job interviews and examinations. So I began preparing for the National Civil Service examination, which is considered one of the most difficult, but also one of the fairest examinations in Korea. And after only 10 months of study, passed the first round, as the second round of this exam approached. With about 50 days remaining, my wife became worried and visited a fortune teller to ask about my chances of success. The fortune teller told her that I did not have the faith to become a government official and that I would never pass the exam. When I heard those words, I was so shaken that I could no longer study. So I went deep into mountain Ode mountain, and spent 5 days fasting and praying to God. And there I received the answer that I would pass, and eventually passed the civil service examination with the highest score in Incheon. After that, I had the opportunities to work on many important projects for Incheon City, including smart city development, the bioindustry, foreign investment, and digital innovation project, just like Incheon platform. And now, I'm standing here in front of you today. Looking back, I realized something important. Success is not determined only by talent and background. There is also something I call controllable luck. Of course, there are things in life we cannot control, just like fate, coincidence. But there are also opportunities we create ourselves through our attitude and actions. Today, I would like to share 5 attitudes that can increase your controllable luck. First, consistency. Success comes from continuing forward, even when progress feels slow. Second, flexibility. The world is changing quickly, and people who adapt to change will continue to grow. Third, optimism. Believing that tomorrow can be better gives us strength during difficult times. First, curiosity. People who continue learning and asking questions will always discover new opportunities. And finally, an adventurous spirit. At the University of Utah, this is often called the pioneer spirit, right? The courage to move forward into the unknown and create new possibilities. Dear graduate, you have already proven your potential by starting in a global environment here at Incheon Global Campus. The future will belong not simply to people with knowledge, but to people with courage, creativity, and action. The future does not belong to those who wait. It belongs to those who create possibilities. I truly believe your passion, courage, and controllable luck will lead you to great success and happiness. Once again, congratulations on your graduation. I wish all of you a bright and wonderful future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Byun. Next, please welcome my good friend and great supporter of the University of Utah Asia Campus, Mr. Jay Lee. Jay is the president of the University of Utah Korean Alumni Association and is here to give us a special congratulatory message to you, new alum. So please welcome Jay to the stage.
Well, congratulations to all of you, the class of 2026. In addition, the congratulations to the families and the faculty members who have spent long hours to make to this day. And also, we welcome you to the great Alumni Association, the University of Utah Korean Alumni Association, Alumni Association. Have you visited this is the place, Heritage Park, near the University of Utah main campus in Utah? When you go there, and that's the place where Brigham Young, the leader of the pioneers, declared that this is the place. Now, let's go back to July 24th, 1847. Now look at the valley. What do you see? Do you see houses? Do you see many trees or water? You see nothing. Now their mission is to make a city that they can live. They had nothing. They worked hard as if the world depends on their hands. Now, 200 years later, look at the valley. Salt Lake City became the main hub for the new technologies, people, education, and even airlines. You're the same pioneers. Now, you're ready to go out to build a city, new technologies, a new environment, and a new world. You are entering the world that is full of beauty and also heartbreak. A world that's facing big problems, inequality, climate changes, divisions, distrust, and even AI. But it's also a world full of opportunities innovation, creativity, and most excitingly, you. See who is walking into this world today to make a better world. It's you. You've been trained by these wonderful professors and staffs to think critically, to challenge assumptions, to solve problems, and to lead and to listen. Now is the time to be a pioneer using those skills you learned, not just for yourself, but for the world. You may be thinking, but I'm just a one person. Exactly. Every movement in the history of the world started with one person who said, is it enough? One person who said, there is a better way. And then another person who said, why not me? So here's my challenge to you. Be that one. Be the one who started something. Be the one who stands up when others stay silent. Be the one who builds something that lasts. Be the one who choose courage over comfort. Technology will continue to change everything. Artificial intelligence will transform industries. The future will move faster than we think. But no technology will ever replace integrity. No algorithm can replace kindness. And no machines can replace human courage. That is why the future still belongs to people. People who care, people who create, people who choose empathy when it is easier to be indifferent. Make no mistake, the future doesn't belong to the loudest or richest. It belongs to the bravest, to those who show up, to those who care, to those who keep going even when no one's watching. So wherever you go, do it like the world depends on it. And while you chase your dreams, remember, lift something else up. Mentor someone else. Encourage someone. Share the microphone. Share the credit. Be someone who makes others believe that believe they belong too. So the class of 2026, now go out there. You are all prepared. Be a pioneer over your future and the future of the world. Most importantly, have fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Before we proceed with our student speakers, I'm excited to share today that we're celebrating two important firsts. We are recognizing our very first baccalaureate degree student to begin and complete the honors program at the Asia campus, as well as our very first graduate students to complete the master's program in communication. To mark these milestones, we have a special congratulatory message from the Dean of the Honors College, Dr. Monisha Pasupathy. Please direct your attention to the screen for her special message.
Hello, University of Utah Asia Campus, grads, families, faculty, and staff. I'm Monisha Pasupathy. I'm the Dean of the Honors College at the University of Utah, and I'm here with you virtually to celebrate our first Asia Campus Honors College graduates. The Honors College was founded as a program at the University of Utah in 1960 with a grant from the Ford Foundation. In 2007, we became a college, and in 2024, we began admitting students at the Asia campus to our program. Students in honors are selected because they are motivated, ambitious, and care about making a better world. When they join honors, they commit to pursuing breadth and depth in their education. A broad liberal arts foundation around critical thinking, analysis, and communication, and an in-depth engagement through an honors thesis, an independent, scholarly, and creative contribution. So in my view, these two somewhat contradictory elements, breadth requires of us openness and curiosity and flexibility, and depth requires of us focus, precision, and rigor. These are at the heart of what makes the achievement of an honors degree so meaningful. Both our accelerating knowledge in diverse fields and our need for deep expertise favor the kind of rigorous, narrow, and precise focus that is cultivated by doing a thesis. And a thesis takes many forms. But what we need of global citizens in an ever more interconnected world is quite different. We need people who approach diversity with curiosity and openness, and who have the flexibility to work together on shared human problems and on shared human visions. Honors students have directly taken on the kind of preparation needed for these paradoxical and equally important goals. So today, we are so proud to congratulate our first honors graduates based in the Asia campus. Shin Young Park, Da Kyung Jung, Susie Park, Yun Soo Kim, and Ha Min Cho. You reflect 4 different degree programs: communications, film and media studies, political science, and psychology. You exemplify all the honors virtues, and you are doing it as truly global citizens. This moment is especially meaningful because you have done all of this as part of a new and growing program at UAC. You stepped into something still taking shape, without long-standing traditions or clear roadmaps or examples to follow. That requires courage, it requires resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to move forward even when the path is not fully defined. In doing so, you've not only completed the honors journey, but you have also helped build it for those who will follow. I wish very much that we could be there in person, but as our next best shot, we made this little video for all of you from folks in Salt Lake City that are cheering you onward.
It is now my proud pleasure to introduce our first student speaker. Baccalaureate student graduating with honors and those nominated by their peers were invited as part of the selection process. The committee reviewed all materials and selected today's student speaker. Our first speaker will be Ha-min Choi, graduating with an honors degree in psychology. Ha-min, please join me on the stage.
Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ha-min Cho, and it is truly an honor to be here today. So, a little bit about myself. I have commuted for 4 hours every day, every semester from Seoul to Songdo, balanced academics and multiple responsibilities on campus, and also have the honor of graduating as one of the first UAC students in the Honors College. And believe it or not, I was a student who was considered incapable, too quiet, and too shy before I joined the U. So you could say these accomplishments and just me standing on this stage today are quite impressive. And yet, somehow, I'm still the same person, but the things that once limited me and have defined me have become proof of something else entirely, all thanks to the U. Throughout the years, a moment that made me realize this was during my honors journey. Starting the honors track at the UAC, then transitioning to Salt Lake City, coming back to UAC and ultimately completing it was truthfully a challenging process at first. It lacked previous structure and guidance as no one had done it before me, and I remember feeling very lost, constantly questioning whether I was capable enough to finish what I had started. And the uncertainty and, I guess, not a firm goal provoked a lot of anxiety and a lot of overthinking. However, even when I hesitated, there were people who didn't. so many people from both campuses. Madison, Miss Heidi, Carlton, Connor, Cindy, Anna, Sam, Allie, Aaron, Honors College Scholarships Team, Dr. Yu, Dr. Kim, Dr. O, Dr. Sagal, Dr. Rand, Dr. Lavelle, Dr. Aspinwall, Alex, Gio, Heather, and honestly, I could go on with the list. And I would also like to take this time to give a special shout out to my mom and dad who are with us here today. I truly would not have made it this far without you both. Thank you, and I love you. 사랑해. Even in the most uncertain times, they all looked at me with firm determination and said, "Don't worry, we'll figure it out, and we're gonna make this work." The forms of support and guidance included holding online meetings at 3 a.m., opening an entirely new course for a single student, myself, and supporting me even through their major personal life events, such as their pregnancy and childbirth. Their belief in me, before I could fully believe in myself, changed everything. These experiences brought me to recognize the dedication and investment my education had received, and the identity of being part of the U became more meaningful as I felt genuinely respected and included within the community. But I know I wasn't the only one with an experience like this. Each of us had our own moments of doubt, moments where we questioned ourselves, whether we were capable or whether we belonged. For many of us, challenges existed, including language barriers, cultural differences, and entirely new environments that could have made the journey even more difficult. And yet, here we are. Not because anything was easy and we ended up being lucky, but because we kept going, because the U kept us going. Similarly, having the whole world in front of us can, of course, be scary. Full of uncertainty and unanswered questions, we may be taking each step with confusion and hesitation. But whenever we do, I strongly, strongly hope that we can remind ourselves and treasure what we have learned here at the U. We have learned how to navigate uncertainty, and each of our journeys here at the U proves this. We were taught to create paths even when none exist, and move forward even when we don't have everything figured out. Feeling that there's an end to this chapter of our lives can still make us feel sad. I know I certainly am. Realizing there are no more greetings like "see you tomorrow" or "see you next week" with our dear professors and friends. Time can be so cruel and painfully so real. However, it has brought me to realize that this is nowhere near the end. This moment is not simply a start of a new beginning, like the cliche may say, but rather a part of us. All of our experiences, connections, and achievements at the U are not as simple as they may seem, but instead have come together to make up who we are today. So wherever we go next, we do not go alone. We carry the lessons, the people, and the community that shaped us, this place and each other with us. As we face the world in front of us, we replace the world's uncertainty with confidence, and we fight doubt with action. And with the big, bold U painted on our backs, it is time to step forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Amin. Before introducing our next student speaker, please direct your attention to the screen for congratulatory remarks from Dr. Wanda Pillow, Dean of the College of Humanities.
Congratulations to the 2026 graduates of the University of Utah Asia campus. I'm Wanda Pillow, Dean of the College of Humanities, and I especially want to recognize and celebrate our very first Masters of Communication graduates from UAsia. The University of Utah prepares students for a global future, and UAsia serves as an important bridge between Utah and the world. Today's communication graduates are becoming part of a dynamic global community of storytellers, leaders, and change makers. Your education has prepared you not only to think critically and communicate effectively, but also to navigate an increasingly interconnected world with curiosity, empathy, and purpose. Today marks an important transition from student to graduate, and it's also a moment to celebrate how far you have come. Think about the friendships you've built, the challenges you overcame, the perspectives you've gained, and the opportunities that now lie ahead because of your time at UAsia. As you begin your next chapter, I invite you to recognize and thank the people who supported you throughout this journey, your friends, family, partners, chosen family, classmates, mentors, and loved ones. And we extend our deepest appreciation to the faculty and staff at UAsia, whose dedication, guidance, and care are at the heart of the communication program and your success today. Congratulations, graduates. We are proud of you and are cheering you on as you step confidently into the world ahead. Go Utah.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our second student speaker, our very first graduate student to complete the master's program in communication at the Asia campus. Please join me in welcoming Heather Meyer.
Good afternoon, everyone, faculty, staff, families, and my fellow graduates. Today, I want to reflect on the journey that led me to this moment. My story with UAC began when I moved to Korea right after turning 18 to attend college here. And now, at 28 years old, I'm standing here finishing my master's degree. At the time, I thought I was simply coming abroad for school. I didn't realize I was about to build an entire life here. When I first arrived at the University of Utah Asia campus in 2017, everything felt new, unfamiliar, and honestly a little overwhelming. But at the same time, it felt like the beginning of something exciting, even if I didn't fully understand what that something would become. And at the same time, UAC and Songdo still felt very new. The campus was much smaller. Triple Street hadn't even opened yet, and the city was still developing around us. There honestly wasn't much to do back then besides spend time together in the student lounge. But looking back, I think that's part of what made the community so special. We grew close because we were all figuring things out together, both the city around us and ourselves at the same time. I spent 3 years at UAC before transitioning to the main campus in 2019. But like many of us, my journey didn't go exactly as planned. After only 1 semester in Utah, COVID changed everything, and I graduated online in spring 2020 without really feeling ready to move on. So, in 2021, I came back to Korea, this time not as a student, but as a teacher, trying to figure out what came next. But coming back made me realize something important. I wasn't starting over. I was returning to something I had already built. Somewhere along the way, Korea had become more than just the place where I studied. It became my home. It's where I found independence, where friendships turned into lifelong relationships, and where I found a community that truly feels like family. It's also where I met my fiancé while I was a student here, something I definitely never planned for, but now, almost 8 years later, we're getting married next year. So my fiancé and his parents are here today, so I have a message. 남자친구 성진이와 부모님께도 감사드리고 싶습니다. 저를 항상 가족처럼 사랑해 주시고 응원해 주시고 곁에서 힘이 되어주셔서 진심으로 감사합니다. 한국에서의 제 삶이 더 따뜻하고 특별할 수 있었던 이유 중 하나는 바로 여러분 덕분입니다. So, when I say this place changed my life, I truly mean it. Because if I hadn't made the decision to come here at 18 years old, none of this would exist. That's why when I heard UAC was opening a master's program in communication, the decision felt easy. Like many UAC graduates, I had been waiting for an opportunity to continue growing in the same place that had already given me so much. More than anything, this experience reminded me what makes this place so special. It's not just the academics, it's the people. It's the friends who become family, the people who watch you grow through different stages of your life, and continue supporting you through all of it. And if the faculty who generally care about students beyond the classroom, the professors and staff who guide you, encourage you, and believe in you long before you fully believe in yourself. I've spent almost all of my adult life in Korea, and when I look back, I really feel like I grew up here. And there are a few people I would like to thank. So first, I would like to thank Randy McCrillis. Thank you for always creating an environment where students felt comfortable, supported, and able to truly be themselves. Your guidance, patience, and ability to connect with students had such a meaningful impact on me and my experience at UAC. I also want to thank Brian Byun, the very first person I met at UAC. I still remember arriving at UAC completely lost and overwhelmed somewhere in the IGC basements. And you were the first person who welcomed me and made me feel like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. I'll always be grateful for that moment. And finally, Professor Sejin Kim, you've been part of my journey since my very first communication class during undergrad. Thank you for always encouraging me, believing in me, and supporting me throughout the years. Your kindness and positive energy truly shaped my experience here. I also want to thank the rest of the communication department. Thank you for believing in this program and creating a space where students like us could grow academically, professionally, and personally. And finally, to my fellow graduates, Darian, Manolo, Karina, Kina, and Allison, who graduated on the home campus. We made it, and not just in the usual way. We were the very first cohort of the master's program in communication. We all came here with different personalities, different experiences, and different dreams, but somehow we came together as one group to make this happen. And we did it while showing up to Saturday classes for the past 2 years, which honestly says a lot about our commitment. I think that's something important for all graduates to remember today. Whether you're finishing undergrad or graduate school, life rarely goes exactly according to plan. Sometimes the moments that feel confusing, uncertain, or unexpected end up leading you exactly where you were supposed to be all along. If there's one thing my journey has taught me, it's that you don't always need to have everything figured out immediately. Opportunities appear unexpectedly. People enter your life unexpectedly. Entire paths can change unexpectedly. And sometimes the places we least expect become the places that shaped us the most. 10 years ago, I never could have imagined standing here today, building a life in Korea, earning my master's degree, and preparing for the future I now have. So, as we all move forward, I hope we don't just remember what we learned here, but who we became here, and the people who helped us become that version of ourselves. And for me, this doesn't feel like the end of my time with UAC, it simply feels like the next step. Because no matter where life takes me, this place and the people in it will always be part of who I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Great job. I would like to invite Mitzi Montoya, Provost and Executive Vice President of the University of Utah, to provide us with her keynote address. Mitzi Montoya.
Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2026. You did it. Let's hear a shout for you. Congratulations. Today, we are gathered to celebrate you and acknowledge all that you have accomplished since beginning your studies You've earned degrees, and with that, you've learned life lessons that we've heard about today that reach well beyond the classroom. You've gained experiences and made memories that will shape your life from this point forward. You've received the gift of knowledge, which can never be taken from you. You've prepared yourself for new possibilities and entered new frontiers of learning. We're extremely proud of you. Congratulations. As you heard President Randall say, 135 of you are graduating today, representing 7 countries. Your class has studied many subjects, including everything from electrical engineering to urban ecology and everything in between. The largest number of graduates this year studied communication, while the second largest group of students studied film and media arts. And historically, an impressive 85% of all UAC graduates become employed after graduation or go to graduate school. So the future looks very bright for you. I am also excited to see students graduating with our master's degree in communication and this first group of honors graduates. Let's take a moment to applaud this phenomenal class. Last month, we celebrated commencement with your fellow classmates in Salt Lake City, Utah, with a record 9,506 graduates. Those graduates hailed from 61 countries outside the United States. And we also recognized our exceptional faculty award winners. We are proud of our fantastic faculty and staff who are here at UAC and also at Salt Lake City. I'd like to take a moment and ask us to thank our faculty and staff for all they've contributed to your education. As you shared, many of you have experienced challenges, and many of us will never know what all challenges you may have experienced in your personal life and even in your academic journey. But you each overcame those challenges. Each of you faced adversity and overcame obstacles that may have seemed insurmountable in the moment. We all encounter those moments when our worldview shifts and we think we might not make it, but there is always room to grow. Thank you for continuing to try. We're proud of you for working hard. All of the things that you've experienced, whether failures or success, are what make us human, and they help you get where you want to go in life. I hope you will continue to use the tools and skills that you gained from your education and believe in yourself. Believe that you are worthy of respect and that you have the power to challenge and change the world. I am incredibly proud of all that you have achieved so far. Know that the you will always be part of you and the world is in front of you, and I can't wait to see what comes next for each of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Provost Montoya. Each year for the past 4 years, she's made the long journey from the United States to come and address us, and we're so grateful for that. Although this year she was able to do it on the new nonstop flight, so thank you. All right, now I would like to introduce Maria Martinez, our Assistant Dean of Students, who will introduce our new Student Council Executive Board. Please join me in welcoming Maria to the stage.
I have the immense privilege of working with our student government, and I'm happy to announce our student vice president and vice president. If you can all join me in welcoming Elise Wetstein and Gia Lee to the stage. As the elected student body president and vice president, you promise to faithfully fulfill all duties and responsibilities required of the president and vice president of the UAC Student Council to the best of your abilities by serving the students of the University of Utah Asia campus and acting in accordance with the UAC Student Council Constitution.
I, Elise Wetstein, do solemnly swear to support the government of the University of Utah Asia Campus Student Council to the best of my abilities. I will faithfully fulfill all duties and responsibilities of the student body president as stated in the UAC Student Council Constitution, and will strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies this position.
I, Jia Li, do solemnly swear to support the government of University of Utah Asia Campus Student Council to the best of my ability. I will faithfully fulfill all duties and responsibilities of student body vice president as stated in the UAC Student Council Constitution, and will strive to achieve the high level of expectation that accompanies this position.
Congratulations to Elise and Gia. I would now like to introduce our previous president and vice president to the stage. Our student council president, Ik-Soo Jo and Song-An Park, will announce our student leader awards for the year.
Good afternoon. So these awards are given annually by the student body through a campus-wide nomination and voting process. We had over 75 students vote this year and select the winners. We're honored to announce this year's winners for the following categories: Staff Member of the Year, Faculty of the Year, Student Organization, Student Connector, UAC School Spirit, and Student Leader of the Year.
This staff is described as dedicated, hardworking, and incredibly supportive of students' need. Her positive energy and spirit help motivate students and brighten their day. Through campus events, she's able to engage with students, able to build a welcoming and fun campus environment. The winner of the Staff of the Year is Molly Kender. Congratulations.
This faculty is described as an incredible professor who is passionate about education. Whenever students feel confused, he takes the time to work with them and ensure that they understand the topics. His lectures are described by students as lively and memorable. The winner of the Faculty of the Year is Seung-hee Kim.
Okay. This organization is said to bring positive energy to campus and create fun and memorable experiences for students. A goal of this club is to ensure that all students can actively participate in the club and learn about the sport. Not only are they an inclusive club, but they actually win tournaments and competitions across campus. The winner of the Student Organization of the Year is Blaze Badminton Club. Congratulations.
Next, the Student Connector of the Year award is given to a student who helps others feel welcome, builds bridges, and helps students get involved. This student is described as extremely kind and always offering to help others. He helps students feel welcome and like they've been friends forever immediately after meeting. He is involved on campus and always willing to help introduce students to new friends. The Student Connector of the Year is Joseph Nirinda.
The UAC School Spirit is given to a student who embodies what it means to be a Utah student. This student is always putting her passion into projects and events. She's described as kind and lively, and one student said, "When I think of the UAC, I literally think of her face." You might have seen this student on YouTube or Instagram channel, as she's always helping promote and represent our school. The winner of the UAC School Spirit Award is Madison Champagne. Congratulations.
Last but not least, the Student Leader of the Year award is given to a student who showcases leadership and dedication to campus. This student constantly grows above and beyond to help his fellow students. He is known for his ability to mobilize students for a common goal. Friendly and outgoing, he is always creating events and opportunities for students to connect. Students describe his dedication and leadership as motivational. The winner of the Student Leader of the Year is Ik-soo-jo.
Thank you, and congratulations to all our winners. And for our great former student body leadership, you guys did a wonderful job up here. Thank you very much. Before we hand out our diplomas, one final thought. You are about to officially join the ranks of a distinguished University of Utah alumni community. The Alumni Association extends to you this special welcome video.
Graduates, today you will join a community of proud alumni of the University of Utah. From now on, you are part of a select group that is woven together by shared experiences and common goals. All of you are important to us. To help keep you engaged with the U alumni community post-graduation, we launched Ask an Alum, which connects students and alumni through quick, real conversations so you can get guidance and perspective when you need it. I encourage you to use the tool to request career advice, find insight for life transitions, or swap entrepreneurial experience. Join us at ask.utah.edu and download the Utah 360 app to learn more about what it means to be part of this amazing alumni support system. Congratulations, class of 2026, and go Utah.
We'll now proceed with the conferral of degrees. We take this opportunity to make evident our pleasure and pride in the achievement of our graduating students honored here today.
It is our honor and pleasure to present the candidates who are to receive the degrees in Communication, Film and Media Arts, Finance, Psychology, World Languages and Cultures, and City and Metropolitan Planning. First, please welcome the candidates for the bachelor's degree in Communication. Ta-in Ju. Lily Martinez-Ku. Lisa Smith. Please welcome the candidates for the bachelor's degree in Film and Media Arts. Madison Champagne. Junha Cho. Anand Inkpat. Maxwell Langbin. Esther Lee. Please welcome the candidates for the bachelor's degree in finance. Melina Alamo. Please welcome the candidates for the bachelor's degree in psychology. Hamin Cho. Herin Ju. Yubin Kim. Varuni Ravi. Please welcome the candidates for the bachelor's degree in world languages and culture. Benjamin Early. Riley Kai Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the candidates for the master's degree in communication. Darian Brown. Manolo Gatmaitan. Kina Lee. Heather N. Meyer. Karina Soto. Please welcome the candidate for the master's degree in city and metropolitan planning, Doan Lee.
Would all of our master's and bachelor's candidates please rise? By the virtue of the authority vested in me through the President of the University of Utah, by the people of Utah acting through their representatives in the legislature and on the State Board of Regents, and on recommendation of the faculty of the university and the university's Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified, which entitles you to all of the rights, privileges, and honors thereto pertaining. It is with pleasure that the university recognizes and welcomes those candidates who stand before us into its alumni ranks and into the fellowship of educated men and women. Congratulations. You may be seated. Thank you. Again, congratulations to all of you and to all of the families here as well. This marks the successful completion of this stage of your educational journey and the beginning of next. We wish you ongoing success, a lifetime of learning, and a future that exceeds what you may have imagined. Audience, please join me once more in recognizing this remarkable, talented class. Thank you to everyone who has joined us this afternoon, both in person and on YouTube, for your participation in this incredibly memorable event. This concludes the 7th commencement and conferral of all degrees and certificates by the University of Utah at Asia campus. Let us now rise to honor our graduates as the recessional begins, and I hope you will please join us for a celebratory dinner honoring our graduates and their families. Thank you.
All graduating students, family, and faculty, please come to Block U for a group picture to celebrate our Commencement 2026, and please join us for dinner afterwards. Thank you.